Kal Halayim La Yahal Bashimi Hawashai Bashim Makakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops. Peace, blessing, mercy, and salutation to all the brotherhood out there teaching the truth and sincerity in the name of Yahal Bashimi Hawashai. So, I gotta confess a little spiritual event. So yesterday around this time, I decided not to make a video with the phone that I'm using right now. I decided that. I guess a demon won. So later on that day, since I didn't use the phone in the morning to give praises and glory to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, he thought it would be funny if my phone slipped out of my carrier case, which it did, landed face down, which it did, and got ran over by our trailer, which it did. Now the screen's cracked, but I can still use it. Now some people would say, oh, that's just a misfortunate chain of events. And then I would say, well, you probably believe in evolution. Because I believe in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Man's goings are of the Lord. 20 and 24. So, use it or lose it. That's the message. So let's start. John 1 and 1. In the beginning was the Word. And the Word was with God. And the Word was God. So let's get to the Word. Speech uttered by a living force embodies a conception or idea. There you go. I'm gonna leave it on that. The conception. So when Yahushua spoke, this is about Yahushua, by the way. When Yahushua spoke everything into creation, that's what happened. In the beginning, it says Elohim, so that was Yahushua and the gods and the angels. See, Elohim, rulers, judges, divine ones, angels, God, plural intensive. In the beginning, Yahweh Yahushai created the heaven and the earth. Now we go back to John 1 and 1. So this is for you scientists. So you scientists say, no Christian or anybody with the Bible. The thing is, I'm a real Christian, which is a follower of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Someone that believes in the Old Testament and the New Testament. But I can't believe it unless I am a real Jew. Right? That's angelic confirmation. So I'm a Sephardic descent. So, I already said that lots of times. I'm a real one. So you can kiss my motherfucking ass. And I believe in Yahushai. So, he's the reason why miracles happen. Like that miracle that made my phone get cracked but still work. That represents something spiritual to me. So, the Big Bang. Scientists have said that the Big Bang is like a place where everything came into being from an explosion. But how did that explosion happen? What made anything explode? Because they're in the vacuum of space. It's just hydrogen, or mostly hydrogen, and the other molecules of atoms and elements, but they're so far apart, So how do you explain the pre-beginning? Okay. And so my question is, if you're talking about a Big Bang, would it be safe to assume that you're talking about what happens when you speak a word? You know, Yahushua conceived the beginning. He created everything because his father Yahweh said he could. John 5:23. So he did. And when you say something, like, it has an effect to it, like waves, right? So if I looked at a girl and I said, you look like a skank hoe, that would have a negative effect. But I wouldn't look at a girl at all and say anything. You know, they're damaging the fucking respect, changing of command. Acting all fucking out of order. But anyways, so Yahushua said whatever he said and created everything. Because his voice is like the sound of trumpets, like roaring lions, like rivers of living water. So his voice is loud. And now he's in his, God body. So let's just get out of this. So if you're a God, you can move in between bodies, right? Right? You can move in between bodies. Wouldn't it be safe to say that he moved in between bodies, like in reincarnation? So Yahushua created everything because of his word. He said it, whatever he said, and he created it. And then it came into being because of sound, right? Because sound has a vibration. It's like Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch, or Marky Mark. It's a good vibration, So Yahushua was like, whatever he said, yet the word that he used, we can go into. I'll have to go into, but I might not be right. So whatever he said, we'll find out in the kingdom. All right. So let's see what the word. We already got the word. Speech, a word uttered by a living voice, embodies a conception or idea. So you speak something into creation, right? People do it all the time when they have ideas. They have ideas, and those ideas get passed around, and then they get taken seriously. Some don't, but they create something, right? I've been in meetings where, they ask the lowest man on the totem pole. I tell them, look, this is what's out there. And they take that into consideration. And somebody that understands more than me would use that to implement a better plan. You see how easy that is? John 1:1. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. The same was in the beginning with God. So we already know the word God in Genesis 1:1 is Elohim, so it's plural. So there's your answer. Okay? If your question is, well, what would your question be? Now your question is, there's the word, and then there's God. None of those exist within each other. Because the word, look at how it's spelled. It's spelled with a capital, so that means that it's a title. So I gotta go to work. So to the next one, I say shalom.